Hello and welcome to Buc-TV News.
I'm Ben Gillum.
And I'm Keith Maltbay.
Coming up on Buc-TV News, more details on the Culp Center renovations.
And a new ETSU film festival is headed to the Reel-to-Reel Theater. Buc-TV News starts now.
In the wake of another school shooting, Buc-TV News reporter Kaylee Neiman decided to talk to ETSU's Public Safety Lieutenant Mike Orr about his department's role on campus.
With school security becoming even more crucial, ETSU's public safety is dedicated to ensuring that students stay safe. I sat down with Lieutenant Orr from Public Safety to discuss how ETSU is proactive with our student security.
Our community is, is focused on education, so a lot of times they won't think about crime occurring. So they sort of get relaxed and, they don't pay attention, and things can happen. This is like a small city. We're probably around 15,000 population-wise, and anything that can happen in the city can happen here.
In the wake of events at Parkland, Florida's school shooting, I asked Lieutenant Orr if there was an uptick in crime during the large events.
I think that we have a lot of personnel in place to prevent that. Besides public safety, we do a supplement of security officers to assist us in big events like that. So a lot of people, when they come to these events, you want to see the security and the police presence. So is it an increase? I don't see an increase in crime.
Lieutenant Orr encourages students and staff to sign up for Gold Alert in case of an emergency. He also encourages students to use the escort service Safe Passage or the emergency contact poles to reduce the chance of becoming victim to crime. If you have any information of a crime or are a victim of a crime, please contact the Public Safety Office. Reporting for Buc-TV News, I'm Kaylee Neiman.
The Public Safety Office is located in the parking garage.
It's lights, camera, action for ETSU students. Buc-TV News sat down with President Gabe Hobbs of Buc Films, the university's student-led cinephile club, to talk about the brand new Buccaneer Film Festival.
Buccaneer Film Fest is a film festival put on by the film organization here at ETSU, Buc Films, and it's basically going to be a student showcase of films made by students in the past year or so.
The Buccaneer Film Festival is March 13th at 7 p.m. at Reel-to-Reel Theater. Buc Films are accepting submissions through February 28th.
The Mass Communication Department in Buc-TV News wants to recognize Daniel Santiago, who's worked for ETSU since 1999 as an engineer. Daniel repairs what Buc-TV workers and Mass Comm students end up breaking and helps install new technology, which has kept him busy for nearly 20 years. Daniel sat down with Buc-TV and reflected on why he chose ETSU.
I came to ETSU many years ago was just to, with the intent to make a difference. I knew what the program was, some of the hardships that it had went through and the successes that it had went through. I knew that, working with budgets and trying to find a way to get more money for the department was the only way that it was going to be able to grow.
Daniel's tenure with ETSU comes to a close on February 23rd when he leaves us for sunny Florida. We wish him the best in writing his next life chapter.
This week, the curtain rises on the ETSU Theater Department's production of The Flick. This Pulitzer Prize-winning play by Annie Baker tells the story of three misfit employees at a second-run movie theater. Co-directed by Professor Pat Cronin and Buc News' Evan McCushton, The Flick features an innovative set design that puts the actors in the auditorium and the audience on stage. Student tickets are just $5 at the Bud Frank Theater, where The Flick runs tonight through the 19th at 7:30 p.m. with a 2 p.m. Sunday matinee.
ETSU's Culp Center is getting a major makeover. ETSU released schematics for a $45.5 million renovation to our central student hub. The plans feature several areas for study and relaxation, including a gaming section and an anytime dining area. Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Joe Sherlin, told us a little more about what is planned.
We're going to continue to serve meals in the marketplace during the fall and spring semester. So if you're on the meal plan, that facility is going to be open. We're going to do the renovations over the 2 summers for the marketplace. The post office will remain in the building. It's on the exterior of the building in its current location. and the bookstore is going to be in the ballroom.
The center is projected to be finished between January and August of 2020. Keep an eye out for BucTV updates as construction begins.
The Women's Study Program is asking you to help them identify influential female leaders on campus. Since 2002, the Notable Women of ETSU Award has served to honor and highlight the incredible achievement of female faculty members at the university. You can submit your own nominations for the 2018 Notable Women of ETSU Award now through March 23rd by sending an email to womensstudies@etsu.edu.
One of ETSU's favorite pets recently had his moment in the spotlight. Lazarus the cat was born with a cleft palate and was expected not to be able to live a normal life. But thanks to ETSU professor Dr. Cynthia Chambers, Laz has a loving home. That's all we have for campus news today. Up next, we'll see you in National.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope we
bad
don't have
day
another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
In an attic, miniature construction worker figurines aim jackhammers into the holes of a leather belt. Standing on scaffolding, painter figurines work on the back of a red high-heeled shoe while others appear to paint the tip. Under a bed, a figurine of a patient lies tucked in the pocket of a white shirt while doctor and nurse figurines stand nearby. Mechanic figurines install a SIM card into a laptop. Nearby, more figurines stand up on numerous household items. Your stuff can help fund job training and placement in your community. The Goodwill and Ad Council logos appear. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely. We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
A heartbreaking reality is setting into the community of Parkland, Florida, after 17 people were killed and more than a dozen injured when a gunman opened fire in a high school.
As the community grieves, there are
Who
new
is
questions.
Jacob Cruz?
Yes, ma'am.
The suspected shooter, 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz, appearing in court this afternoon.
You're charged with some very serious crimes.
He's charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder and Wednesday's shooting rampage at a South Florida school. Today, there are new questions about what the FBI might have known about his troubled past and violence-related posts on social media. According to one law enforcement official, there were at least 2 threat reports that the FBI received about the alleged shooter.
The FBI received information about a comment made on a YouTube channel. The comment simply said, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter." The FBI conducted database reviews, checks, but was unable to further identify the person who actually made the comment.
Authorities continue to dig for answers.
We're not going to leave any stone unturned. We're trying to process this as quickly as we can.
But still, so many questions remain, both for investigators and for a grieving community.
I don't know how she's going to go to school every day. And she's going to have a different teacher. That's going to be a daily reminder.
The conversation turning to what to do next.
Now is the time for this country to have a real conversation on sensible gun control laws in this country.
President Trump offering condolences from the White House.
We are all joined together as one American family, and your suffering is our burden also.
A former Columbine High School principal who survived the deadly shooting in 1999 was left reliving the tragedy after the events in Florida on Wednesday.
Fox 31 Denver's Michael Konopasek reports.
Another shooting in America, causing more unimaginable grief and producing what has now become familiar images of scared students amid a huge police presence.
When I see these kids running out of the building in a different state, a different school, it takes me back to Columbine and envisioning our kids running out of that building.
It's been 18 years since former Columbine principal Frank DeAngelis experienced terror firsthand when 2 students opened fire, killing 12 of their classmates and a teacher.
We can never get to the point that we're immune.
And joining us now live to discuss the latest school shooting.
Frank was being interviewed live by our Deborah Takahara shortly after 4 Wednesday afternoon as early reports reached our newsroom confirming at least 16 people were killed in Florida.
Okay.
I apologize.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, that was the news that we didn't want to have to bring. Yeah. We knew that there were numerous fatalities, and we just got word that 16 people have now been confirmed dead.
Frank now works to help communities heal from tragedy while also talking to school leaders across the country to promote emergency planning and training.
No matter where you go, people ask, when does it get back to normal? And unfortunately, it does not. You have to redefine what normal is.
All these years later, Frank's normal is one that still includes vivid images from April 20th, 1999.
We had to inform the parents that there was a good chance that their child died at Columbine High School. And that's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Welcome to Buck Weather. I'm Patience Williams, your weather forecaster for today. Today we've got 100% chance of precipitation with a high of 60. The showers are going to mean a quarter to a half inch of precipitation, so wear some rain boots today. We've got wind 10 to 15 miles per hour and gusts of 25 miles per hour. So if you're wearing a hat, be sure to keep that hat on your head for those gusts. Tonight, we've got a low of 36, 70% chance of precipitation. The showers are just going to be continuing all day and throughout the night, so be sure to stay inside, wear a rain jacket if you go out, or curl up with a nice book or movie. Great time to stay cozy. Up next, we've got your 5-day weather forecast. Friday and Saturday are going to be a little bit gloomy and rainy, 60 on Friday, 45 on Saturday. The sun finally comes out on Sunday with a high of 55, 30% chance of precipitation. Monday looking a little gloomy again, and yet again the sun comes out on Tuesday. And that's all for your Buck Weather forecast. I'm Patience Williams.
Mom.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert.
Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back to BucTV News. I'm Jacob Towns with your weekly sports update. The 2018 Winter Olympics kicked off last Friday in Pyeongchang, South Korea. The U.S. Olympic team has 244 athletes, with a number of those athletes training at ETSU. One of those athletes includes skeleton racer John Daly, who participated in the men's skeleton final last night and finished in the top 20. Another notable athlete to win a medal is legendary snowboarder Shaun White, who cruised to his third gold medal in the men's halfpipe, also helping the U.S. earn their 100th gold medal in Winter Olympic history. Among other events to take place this week was the U.S. hockey team battling Slovenia in an opening round matchup Wednesday night. The U.S. led 2-1 in the third period, but Slovenia led a late charge to tie the game and won in overtime 2-3. The Bucs are on a tear in the SoCon and carried their winning streak into a road matchup against UNC Greensboro. ETSU struggled offensively, shooting a near season-low 30% from the field. DeSante Bradford was the only Buck to score in double digits, while the Spartans had a trio of double-digit scores. Francis Alonso poured in 20, while Demetrius Troy and Marvin Smith added 17 and 13 respectively. Greensboro scored a decisive 74-56 victory to end the Bucs' 16-game winning streak and hand them their first conference loss of the season. ETSU's back in action on the road against Western Carolina. Tip-off takes place tomorrow at 2 p.m. ETSU baseball is back to swinging for the fences. The Bucs have three notable senior returnees from last year's 30-win ball club: shortstop Chris Cook, outfielder Aaron Mayer, and right-handed pitcher Ryan Simpler. Chris Cook, a Kingsport native, earned preseason first-team All-SoCon honors. Mayer and Simpler were both voted to the second-team honors. New head coach Joe Panucci leads the Bucs against a team that is returning two former first-team All-Horizon League players in first baseman Chad Roberts and center fielder Jake Richmond. The face-off between Joe Panucci and Todd Asalant's Northern Kentucky Norse begins today with the first pitch at 5 p.m. There were a lot of kids on hand to see the Bucs take on Wofford yesterday. The annual Education Day game is a citywide event designed to give elementary school kids a chance to visit campus and watch their local college play basketball. Senior Tiana Tarter led the way for the Bucs with 23 points in 36 minutes of play. But Tarter was not the only Buck to score in double digits, as juniors Raven Dean and Brittany Snowden added 19 and 11 points, while freshman Erica Haynes Overton helped off a double-double consisting of 13 points and 10 rebounds. The Bucs won their ninth conference game of the season, 82-53. Coach Brittany is on her second-place SoCon team's back in action tomorrow for Senior Day. For 3 Bucks Shy Copeney, Mallory Sher, and Tiana Tarter. Tip-offs at 2 at Brooks Gym for ETSU's matchup with the Furman Paladins. Our ETSU players of the week are Robert Herrera and Kyra Atkins. And next up is your player of the day, brought to you by NBA reigning MVP Russell Westbrook.
He can get to the basket. He can pick up fouls. That little free throw line jump shot, he'll be able to get that jump shot, and he has nice size. So you start looking around and say, who could you pattern your game after? He's a nice guy to pattern after.
Westbrook bowled over Harrison, no call. Westbrook 1 assist away from his 96th career triple-double.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey Gabby, how you doing? How was the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Welcome back to BucTV News. I'm Garrett Tillman with your entertainment news. Internet personality Logan Paul is in hot water once again after posting yet another controversial video. On December 31st, Paul posted a video on his YouTube channel of a dead body hanging from a tree in Japan's suicide forest. After receiving backlash from subscribers, Paul issued a public apology, but he soon after released a video showing himself tasing a rat. With growing calls from YouTube to delete Paul's channel, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki explained that Paul's channel should not be taken down. YouTube claims to hold everyone to a similar code of law, and the site says Paul should not be an exception. Logan Paul's channel was the fastest channel to hit 10 million subscribers in YouTube history. Couples flocked to theaters this weekend to see the final installment of the 50 Shades trilogy. Starring Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan, 50 Shades Freed dominated the box office at #1 with $38.5 million. Coming in second was the more family-friendly Peter Rabbit, starring James Corden with $25 million. Rounding out the top three with $12.5 million was action flick The 1517 of Paris. This weekend, the box office will feature fierce new competition when Marvel's latest superhero film, Black Panther, opens in theaters across the country. New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman has summoned Harvey Weinstein back to court. The producer is now being sued by Schneiderman for sexual harassment and threatening employees. Back in October, Weinstein was accused of inappropriate sexual behavior with more than 80 people. Since he was fired from his company, more accusers have come forth. Authorities didn't provide additional details, but Weinstein could also be facing criminal charges. The suit could affect the sale of Weinstein's company, the Colony Capital, in upcoming months. Are you frustrated with the new Snapchat update? Well, you're not the only one. Earlier this week, Snapchat released a new app update that immediately upset many people. Some users have threatened to delete the app, and many have stopped using Snapchat altogether. Critics claim the app has become more complicated and the layout is seen as confusing. Many users are complaining that the app auto-updated even when the setting was turned off. There are a few sites online that include tips for using the new version, but Snapchat has not confirmed going back to the old layout. A famous rock star is making his way to the big screen for the first time. Metallica's James Hetfield is an actor in the upcoming film Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. Hetfield will play Officer Bob Hayward in the film. The story is based around the notorious serial killer Ted Bundy and will follow Bundy's life through the eyes of his girlfriend. Zac Efron is slated as the star as Bundy. The release date has not yet been set. And that has been the entertainment. Next up is going to be your Hollywood Minute. Make sure you go to the movies this weekend. I think Black Panther will be a good movie.
Two songwriters sued the singer in September, claiming her hit Shake It Off infringed their 2001 song Players Gon' Play, recorded by 3LW. But a judge has ruled the short phrases Players Gonna Play and Haters Gonna Hate lack the originality and creativity required for copyright protection. Tessa Thompson is turning to crime. The actress known for Thor Ragnarok, Creed, and the upcoming Annihilation is set to play Doris Payne, who pulled off jewel heists around the world for more than half a century. Thompson will also produce the action drama.
Get down on the ground!
Ready for more thievery? The team behind Den of Thieves is reuniting for a sequel. This time out, Gerard Butler's Big Nick O'Brien will go from Los Angeles to Europe, where robbers are targeting the world's largest diamond exchange. Thieves do like shiny objects. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director here, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for.
To see you makes me proud.
I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. We're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, so much fun.
Hello and welcome back to BucTV News. I'm Keith Maltbang.
And I'm Ben Gillum.
All of us here at BucTV News would like to send our condolences to the families and victims of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School massacre.
We're hoping that that community can begin to rebuild and recover after this terrible event. That's all we have for BucTV News this week. See you next Friday.